Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'd like to show you how I made this little Father's Day card. And I am using the papers from the, what is it called? The Geared Up Garage suite, and let me see if I point that out to you here. It is Classic Garage 6x6 Designer Series paper, and then I'm also using from the Occasions catalog, I am using the heart dies from this Meant to Be suite, and I'm using some of the hearts dies that are here. And what I've done is just cut a whole bunch of hearts out of various papers. Some of the papers have keys on them. Some have like, you know, the steering wheels on a car. These have tools on them. They have gears. They have directional signs. They've got all kinds of crazy stuff on them. And they're really very, very fun. And so I have to give a shout out on this card to Lee Denton out of the United Kingdom, who put up a video of a card similar to this, and I just fell in love with it. I think it's so, it's a pretty card. I mean, and if you have a gearhead in your life, this could be Father's Day, it could be Happy Birthday, it could be anything for a guy who likes messing with vehicles. And let me show you what you have to use to make this card. It's really very simple. There, I used a red card base, real red card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And as you can see, I've already done some stamping on the back of this one, and I'll show you more of that in a minute. But we want to burnish that, and then I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 to fit on the inside of the card, where I'm also going to do a little bit of stamping and put a few of those hearts. So that is all you need. Then you need, now I've already cut all of my pieces out, and you need another piece of So Saffron, a scrap, so that we can cut our badge here, our medallion that says Happy Father's Day. I thought this made the cutest Happy Father's Day card. Okay, so then we need the various size hearts to cut out to put on our card base here, and I've cut a bunch of them out, and I have a couple of extras on the side here in case we need them. And on this one I used a timeless texture background stamp, but you can just barely see that, and I wanted something that showed up a little bit more. So I've already started to do my stamping, and in the stamp set for the Geared Up Garage, let me get that, here it is, there is this kind of oil stain, and I didn't like the idea of that, but it's got these cute little nuts here, and it's got an oil can, and a couple of other things, but I decided this little cluster of nuts might look kind of good, and I started stamping here, and what I'm using is I'm using my real red ink here. I know it doesn't look like red ink, but I thought that the tone-on-tone look of this might be just something that appealed to me. So I'm going to grab a little bit of scratch paper here and finish doing my stamping. And I wanted to add a few more pieces in here, and you can see that it almost looks like gray, the basic gray. And so I thought I would do some stamping a little bit off the edge here and just kind of complete the stamping that I started. And I really think that that is enough, because a lot of it's going to get covered over by these hearts, but it's kind of fun to have it in the background. And then on this piece here for the inside, I'm also going to do a little bit of stamping in the red down here at the bottom. And I thought what I would do is put in a handful of these little nut sort of stamps right down here on the bottom of this. And then I'll put my hearts over the top of that. And so that just about takes care of the stamping. The last thing I wanted to stamp, and I used my Momento ink here, and on my piece of So Saffron, I have my Happy Father's Day badge here that I'm going to ink up. Make sure I've got that plenty inked. Yep, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to stamp that. Let's see, let me find a corner here that works. Right down here, and then use my die to cut this little badge out. So right down here, leaving enough room to do my die cutting. And that is all of the stamping there is to do on this card. It's a very easy card to make, and I think it's very attractive for a guy card. And there we go. The way this stamps, there are parts that are a little bit darker than others, and some parts that are a little bit lighter. And then there is this die to set down on here and cut out our little medallion here. And I've already cut mine. There it is. There's my Happy Father's Day piece already cut, stamped and cut. And then I cut, like I said, just a variety of hearts. And then I also cut a strip of this darker paper. On one side, it's got like tire treads, and on the other side, it's got steering wheels or tires or whatever these are. And I'm putting that right down here, leaving a tiny little border. I didn't leave much of a border on this one, and I decided that on this I was going to leave a little bit more of a border on it because I liked the look. So I'm going to add a little bit of snail to this piece and put that into place so that it goes all the way across this card here, starting it at the fold and then letting it come across nice and straight to the other side. And there we go. That's now in place. Then I think we can add a couple of hearts to this piece, and I'm going to, because I want a little bit of color on this side, I'm going to add this heart on here, putting a little bit of snail on the back of that heart. I guess I need my silicone mat. I can't function without this thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put that heart right up here. And then I'm going to pick one of these smaller hearts here, and this one's got some nice color in it, and I'm going to put that one down just a little bit underneath it. And again, let's see which side. Actually, I think I like it better right here towards the inside. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Now this piece can go down on the inside of our card, and the inside decoration will be complete. So here we go, and I'm going to put this piece down on the inside of my card here. With a similar border all the way around. The inside of our card is done. Now, on the outside of the card, I laid down this largest heart, and I did that one specifically with the tools, and I laid that one down flat on the card. I like the idea of the hearts kind of cascading down this card this way, and then I can put the badge here and another heart up here to balance this. So I'm just going to add some snail to this large heart, and I'm going to put that in place right up here in this corner so that a few of my nuts stamped behind it show. And then the next one, I think I want something a little dark for contrast. So maybe I'll do this one. And I put this one up on dimensionals. Oops, my heart ran away. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to add a few dimensionals to this heart, and let's see, maybe I need to lay down a couple of these others that are going to go a little bit flatter here. So I'm going to put these two here. Well, I can put my dimensionals on this one and just not put it down until I'm happy with the placement of all of the hearts here. So if these two hearts here come down and lay flat on the card, then this larger one can come down here. Then this one can go over the top there. Then this one right here, my badge here, and let's see what other hearts I have here. This one's a little different. Maybe that one could go up here. Nope, I like that one better. Okay, so this is pretty much what I'm going to do, and I'm going to raise these two up on dimensionals as well. So this one is going to go up. Okay, so what's going to have to happen here, I'm going to speed this up and so it's not so tedious to watch. Okay, well, all I can say is I certainly am glad I cut as many hearts as I did, seeing as how I changed my mind over and over again about which ones to put on. But that's basically the front of the card, and I like the other stamping on here a little bit better. It is a little darker, and I can see it a little bit better. And of course, I've got dimensional backs everywhere. And on this one of the elements that comes as part of this suite are these cute little embellishments, and there are keys and a little wrench, and let's see what else is there. And I thought there was a nut, but I guess not. So keys and wrenches. So I thought on this one, I colored a couple of rhinestones here with my black blends marker. And on these, I thought it would be kind of fun to put a couple of these wrenches and keys around on here. And I'm going to put those on with a glue dot. There's a wrench and a key, and I think I'm going to add a second wrench, and there's definitely a right side and a wrong side on these. I'll show you. There is quite a bit of detail on the key and the wrench, and if you turn it over, you see it's quite plain on the other side. So there's definitely a right and a wrong side. And I think I'm going to add a second wrench onto this card here. there is my Father's Day card, my first design for Father's Day's cards. And so we've got them with the more subtle background, and you can decide which one you like. And this one has the little nuts. I'm going to bring that up so you can see the two of them together. And again, this one is very subtle. But I really like both of them. I like the dark pieces here, but I love these little tools and keys on this one. So thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Now, my prize draw for the month of April is the Amazing Life Stamp Set Bundle. So here it is, the Amazing Life Bundle. It's got a happy birthday, so happy to have you in my life. You're amazing, yay. Life is too short to say no to cake. Good luck, I believe in you. And the most amazing part of this is this includes the rectangle stitched framelit dies. And so that is my prize for the month of April. And all you have to do to get in my prize drawing is to put an order on my site of any amount, www.lbedinger.stampinup.net, or you can get to it from my blog, www.inkandingenuity.com. So let's see, there's a the join offer that is always available, which is $125 worth of product for $99, and it would be lovely to have you on my team. So thanks again for stopping by, and that's it for me. I'll be back soon with more cards and more projects. Bye.